Did they travel through time? I mean, what exactly happened? Let's talk about it. It was a Friday early in the morning around 6 o'clock when me and my husband woke up the kids, loaded up the car, and headed to California for that Easter Sunday to visit his parents and so our kids can finally see their grandparents after 3 years of not seeing them. We headed on the I-40 West out of Florida and thought we were going to California. But my friends don't believe me, so I don't say nothing. But something strange happened. See, on the way to California, we hit Arizona. We could not believe it. We finally hit Arizona. We were so happy. But the last time we came up about 3.5 years ago, we remember after we went through the city of Arizona, we hit nothing but desert from the outskirts of Arizona all the way until you hit California. But the problem is, or was, is that we drove into another city in the middle of a desert and we don't know what city we were in, but we were still on the I-40. We actually seen a restaurant. The name of the restaurant was Tropical Suns of Arizona. So we pulled in there because we were hungry. And when we went in there, the people were looking at us like we were dressed kind of weird. They were dressed a little bit different than we were. All the women had long dresses on. The girls, the kids, they had long dresses on. And the boys were dressed in white tops, blue pants, and black dress shoes. I mean, the way we were dressed and the way they were dressed were two complete different ways. But we figured, well, maybe, you know, they went to church on Friday for the Easter Sunday. We don't know. But anyway, we went in there to eat. We ordered our food, and it was the best tasting food we had ever had. Oh my goodness, the food was so delicious. But here's the strange thing. I had pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, milk, and juice, and it only cost me $3.95. That was the weirdest thing because in 2021 and 2022 during the pandemic, everything should have been closed down. But we decided to drive and everything was open. But why were the things so cheap? That's what we didn't understand. As we were leaving the restaurant and coming out, we realized there was a gas station across the street. So my husband tells me, well, let's get some fuel before we make it into California. And then when we get to California, we'll be able to fuel up there. I agreed. We went across the highway into the gas station, which was completely empty. No cars were there. As a matter of fact, we were the only car on the road at that moment in time. We pulled up to the gas station where it was only a buck 85 a gallon. Can you believe it? A buck 85 a gallon? Wow, that was pretty good, I said. So we pulled up there. It was self-serve. My husband got out. I went in to pay for it, but the guy said, oh, no, 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 I'll come out there. I got to reset the machine. He stuck a key inside of the machine and turned it. And the dial went backwards all the way to zero, like the old fashioned kind, like in the 1960s and 70s. And we were like, what is this about? I asked the guy, do you take credit cards? And he says, yeah, we'll take a credit card, but our machine, my slider is broke and I'm waiting for a new slider to come in. And I didn't understand what he meant. So I said, okay, I'll just pay cash. Anyway, $6 filled up our tank. We got back in the vehicle. He waved to us and we thought that was weird. We got back on the highway. We're driving on the highway. For the first 6 miles, we seen absolutely no cars at all. The road was desolate. It was empty. And to make things weirder, there were palm trees in the desert heading into California. And we didn't understand that. We didn't know if we had taken a wrong turn, but we were still on the I-40. We don't know what happened. And then all of a sudden, it got dark. My husband said, "Hey, there's a little store right here." We pulled into the store. We decided to go to sleep there because we were tired. And the next morning when we woke up, there was people all around us. The restaurant, I mean, the gas station that we had pulled into, the little store, was no longer a store, but a gas station. The next thing we know, there was a police officer knocking on our window asking if we were okay. And we realized we had parked right in the center of the gas pump. Nobody could get in to get gas. So we apologized. We started the vehicle. The cop let us go. We left. We got back on the highway and we ended up to California. But we were back, like, it's almost like we jumped time. We went into another time because on the way back from California, we didn't see any of that. The restaurant wasn't there. The gas station wasn't there. The palm trees weren't there. It was all gone. It was just desolate, nothing. And I tried to tell my friend about it. I told my mother about it, but they laughed at me. They didn't believe me. But I'm sharing my story with you because I know this sounds really, really bad and really crazy, but I'm telling you, we must have traveled through time or went through a time hole or a loop or something. It was just the oddest experience that me and my husband had ever shared. My husband has never talked about it. I do all the time, but people don't believe me. Thanks for listening. There you go, folks. So sounds like they're time travelers jumping through time. I don't know. Do you believe in this stuff? Is this stuff real? Does it really exist? Do you believe that you could drive somewhere or walk somewhere and then all of a sudden be in another place? I don't know. I hear about it, but yeah, you tell me. I'm Wayne. I'll talk to you on the next one.